wake up on me again.
All right, we will let Coach go ahead and make an opening statement about the victory, and then we'll open it up for questions. So, Coach, whenever you're ready.
Obviously, exciting day for our program and for this team, this group of kids. And also, from what I hear, a nice nightcap to the day for Southern Utah with the men and gymnastics winning last night and track and field. We're excited to be a part of that and come out with that victory. Obviously, it was a tight game, and we've been working through being able to play through mistakes, momentum swings, runs, and tonight we had a core group of girls who stayed focused on what we needed to do. Were able to make big plays when they were needed, and as any coach will tell you, you need good players to be able to win games and championships. And obviously these two and others tonight at key times made big plays, important plays for us, and were able to to keep us with the lead down the stretch. And then we were able to finish it off with a couple of big rebounds from Jess and free throws, obviously. But really proud of the whole team and how hard they've worked to get here, and really excited and happy for them. They deserve to be able to feel this feeling of winning games again.
Jess, what is that feeling like? How does it feel after this one?
It's indescribable. I've missed the feeling of getting a win, but it's just a great feeling, and it kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off. And I think now that we finally got our win, we're gonna keep this feeling and just try and play as hard as we did in this game, the next games.
Coach, was there anything different you said at the beginning of this one to get them to come out of the gate for this one?
No, it was nice to have a full week to prepare and to kind of rest our bodies. We've been talking for a long time that no matter what happens throughout the season, our last three are at home, and that can affect seeding, whether it's from third place to second or first, to last place to eighth, ninth, or ninth to 10th or whatever. And so we've been preparing all along to be able to come and finish strong, having the schedule set up in our favor. So this week, we continued to emphasize what we've been emphasizing. Tried in practice to do a little more game-like, where they were responsible for their own emotions and play and offense and defense adjustments as we scrimmage, just to maybe handle the emotion part of it a little bit more. I don't know if any of it helped or not, but what we did do is come out with a purpose tonight and maintain all four quarters with the consistency that we've been expecting all year.
Jamie, you got hot there in the third quarter from the three-point line. What started working for you from there?
It's just my teammates were making good passes, and I was taking the shots when I had them open, which I haven't been doing lately. I've been hesitating a lot, and I just kind of let it go tonight, and it was hitting. So.
As a guard, Jamie, it seemed like whenever number 54 was off the court, you guys were starting to attack the paint. Was that part of the game plan, that once you went to the bench, you try and drive into the paint and get those shots?
I don't think it was exactly a part of the game plan, but it makes sense. She's huge, so if they have shorter posts in there and our bigs are sealing well, it gives us an opportunity to get into the lane and take shots. So.
Jess, when you were at the free throw line, you were there quite a bit tonight. How was it tough at all to try and keep that concentration, or to kind of block out everything that was going on around you?
Not really. When I got to the line, I was just thinking about practice and the feeling of my shot, because I know how to shoot free throws, and so that's what I would just try and focus on when I was at the line, is just that I knew how to shoot free throws. So.
What was it like going up down there against number 54, trying to guard her defensively?
She's a good player, but we just needed to play her the right way, which we didn't really do very well. But she's definitely very physical, and so yeah, I think it was just like any other team, but she's a really good player.
Jamie, Coach alluded to it a little bit, but how much did having the week off help you guys prepare for this one?
I think it helped a lot. We had Monday off, which was good for our bodies, and then we had a really good shooting practice, and then a couple hard days where we were able to get game scenarios and prepare us for this close game, which really helped us right at the end. So I think it was a really good week of preparation, and we were able to focus on ourselves and get back to the basketball we know how to play.
What does a win like this do for you guys' confidence with the tournament just about a week away?
Now we're kind of on the downhill where we're going to be rolling into the tournament because we got 2 more home games against teams that are very beatable, and then we'll go into the tournament hopefully at a higher seed than 12th. But if not, we're prepared for any other team because we've competed with everybody in this conference, and I think we can go in there and steal a few wins, and we'll see how it goes.
Coach, are you ever superstitious about the jerseys that you guys put on?
I'm always superstitious about everything that I put on and they put on. This year, I've had to buy new shirts because I can't wear the same one after losses. I've told my assistants, well, don't pull those uniforms out again. They said, Coach, we don't have any more uniforms. And so yeah, this pink tie every game now, whatever it is. Unfortunately, part of sports, and there's a lot of superstitions, and I do try to block them out and focus, but sometimes I have thrown ties away and socks away and committed not to wearing those uniforms before, but this year it's been too hard to stick through that with that. So,
Coach and Jamie, you guys had more success tonight handling that press than I've seen all season. Was that something you guys worked on in practice, or did you set up a new press breaker? What was it?
We've worked on for a couple of different teams and in help preparing for Sac State next week. We've just in practice implemented more pressing ourselves, and we have introduced a number of different press breakers over the last little bit. But the most important thing, we're both Bree and Jamie. We're a little more confident and aggressive in being able to push against that and getting the right people to the sideline or the middle, wherever we needed to make that next pass. The outlets were there for them. They were being aggressive. Part of our problem in just the way we've played in general, as we haven't been able to get wins, is we've become a little more passive. And against the press, they can read your eyes a little bit more. First quarter, our turnovers were the same thing. We got wide-eyed because we knew we had the matchups we wanted, and we took 4 or 5 seconds before we threw it in, and they were getting steals or, so once we start moving the ball quick and playing aggressively and more confidently, it kind of takes care of itself, and hopefully next Thursday we can be as successful as we were tonight.
Were you happy with that aggressiveness and confidence you saw out of your players taking shots?
Yeah, that it's really frustrating because that's the team that I saw all preseason, that I've seen in practice so many times, that I expect to come out every single time, and I understand as a coach that sometimes my frustrations can pull them back and make them a little more reserved or less confident in their decision that they make. But just like Jamie said tonight, I don't know how many times we've talked throughout the season, when you're open, you got to shoot. You're one of our best shooters on the team, and she is trying to fill the dual role of point guard and shooting guard at the same time, and sometimes is too pass happy. But again, she at halftime she had 4 assists. I don't know what she ended up with, but we need her to have 4 to 6 assists a game and hit 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 threes a game. Whatever she gets hot and hits is great, and you see that in the scoring. With I think we had almost 4 in double figures tonight. That's what I expected all season long, is we'd have a core group of 5 or 6 players who would be able to get up to that. And so just excited for them to be able to see them get back to that level and play at the level that they know they're capable of playing.
How rewarding is it as a coach to see that team that you saw so early on maybe finally come out in fruition after such a long time?
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much rewarding for me as relieving, but really excited for them. Getting a win is a big weight off your shoulders, but I don't view it as a reward as much as I view it as the byproduct of our hard work every single day, and that's what they deserve to have, is is their hard work pay off. So really excited for them and their accomplishment. And again, if we would have lost this one, it would have been frustrating, but that's the team I expect. And so if they would have hit a shot at the end and we would have lost on the buzzer, sure, it would have been heartbreaking and things, but there's so much positive to pull out of how well they played that as a coach I could have been satisfied with their performance, their effort, especially this late in the season. Given the way the season has been, it's easy for teams just to throw in the towel and be okay with not playing to your best, highest levels. And the fact that they did that and came out tonight, that's what's rewarding.
Jamie, going into this one, did you think you were going to hit as many points as you did tonight?
No, I just kind of came out ready to shoot. I didn't feel my shot going in shoot around and warm ups, so I just took the first shot I got, which happened to be the first shot of the game, and it went in. So I knew if I got a shot again, I'd take it when I had them, and ended up rolling. So.
For you ladies, obviously the season's been a struggle. Do you feel like you're going to be overlooked as you head into the tournament?
I hope so.
I don't know. I think we might get overlooked a little bit because we haven't really gotten a win until tonight. But I think every team knows that you can't overlook any team because any given night, any team can win. So, like Jamie said, I hope people overlook us because we'll just come out and bring it to them.
As a coach, that's the thing that you worry about the most, whether you're a higher seed. When you're a higher seed especially, is that it doesn't matter what you say to your players. Sometimes they're like, oh, that's the 12th place team or that's the 10th place team. You come in as the higher seed, you just I've received many both phone calls, verbally, communication from other coaches in the league that I hope we don't play you. The coaches are afraid of what could happen if we get hot and play well. But sometimes players look more at the record than what it is. And so tournament time, everywhere I've been, when you go into tournament as a high seed, you're really nervous how your team's going to come out and approach the game when they're playing the lower seed. So it's one of those things that as a coach you're always worried about.
I feel like it gives you a little bit of extra motivation, a little extra fire to be kind of the underdog.
Yeah, I think it does because you kind of have to come out and kind of stick it to them, show them who you are and how you can play.
Coach, a nice moment before the game with your game tonight. How important are things like that for you and your team?
You can't put a price on, or you can't talk about how valuable that experience is in really words. We had a couple weeks ago, or just last week actually, we had a chance to go to Primary Children's, and there's a alumni whose son is in the hospital up there, lungs failed, some different things that we were able to go give him a signed ball and spend some time with him today with Jennifer and being able to, number one, let them and the community know of our support and understanding of what they're going through. Two, put in perspective in life that really being in 12th place and not having won a conference game, as frustrating as it is, isn't a life-threatening situation. There's other people out there fighting a lot harder battles than we are. And so that perspective for the girls, and hopefully it brings some cheer, some warmth, love, whatever to the other people on that side. But we benefit from it a ton, and not to be selfish, but that's part of the experience we want players to have here at Southern Utah, is to understand what life is and to learn some of those hard life lessons is that not only basketball can teach, but that are going to happen throughout life. And so very valuable for us, and I hope it means something to the community as well, because they support us so well. Anything we can do to give back is just a tiny drop in the bucket of what it is that we get. So we really are appreciative and hope that the Whakahuas appreciated it, and hopefully we raise a little bit of money that can help them as well.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Ugh.